Hi, this is Phil and I'm Marianne, and this is our new floating home, Narrowboat Our Time. We've had her now for 6 months and we have already started exploring the English rivers and canal networks. We've met new friends along the way and already seen some beautiful and stunning sunsets. Come along with us as we continue our journey and carry on exploring the English Canal network and have new adventures together. Good morning. We're leaving Marsworth and we are now going to head off down the Aylesbury flight, and it looks like it's going to be a lovely day. Sun out. And this lady's waiting for the water point. Bye!
Bye, have a good time.
Yeah, and you. Hope it don't cost too much for you tinkering.
I probably will. It always does.
Right on the cusp, isn't it, of where you can't walk.
Who's that?
This one.
Oh. Good morning. We're off down the Aylesbury Arm today. First couple of locks are staircase lock. For those that don't know, staircase locks are simply one lock that empties directly into another without a pound in between. So what we're going to do is to try and make things a little bit quicker and a little bit easier. We're going to use our toy, which is a remote control. So we'll both be able to stay off the boat, drop the boat down, press the remote control. Hopefully the boat will move from one lock to the other, and then we can both operate the gate. So fingers crossed. We're going to be dropping down into that lock. Bottom lock is empty, all the paddles are shut, and we're going to be bringing our boat through by using remote control. There she goes. A little bit strange, going down in the lock with no one on the back. Well clear of the sill at the back. Looks like the lock's nearly equalised. It has equalised. Oh, look at that.
You just pulse it, do you?
I am just pulsing it because I don't want to get too much speed up. No, got reverse for that. There we are, no one at the helm. And we got remote control. And what I've got to do now is remember to stop it when we get to the end. that's just too easy. The boat is down in the second lock, so all we're going to do now is just bring her out on remote control. That's so cool.
I'll stand here while you shut your gate and then you can get on.
No thing of beauty, nobody driving. There we are, back on single locks again. Absolutely brilliant, loving it. So easy, so light. I think there's quite a few. I think there's about, without looking at the book, I think there's about 12 locks down into Aylesbury. But they shouldn't take very long. Hopefully we've got a decent phone signal when we get down there, because I've got to make some Zoom calls. Water is absolutely crystal clear. You can see what sort of wine bottles people have been throwing in the canal. Surprisingly, no weed, but absolutely crystal clear. Still wouldn't drink it, but wow, what a toy that is. Our little remote. We've just come down through 3 locks. Both of us got off the boat, drop the paddles, or open up the paddles, let the boat go down, press the buttons to push the boat out, jump back on, close the gates and go on. And all it does is it just simply, you press a button and it gives you a burst of drive, forward or back, and it will drive as long as you keep the finger on the button. Well done, loving this.
That's lock 4 done already. Here's going on to the next one. Nice house. I'm just going to shut these gates. Afraid I can't do what people do. Jump between the gates. Too dangerous. Blackjacks. Lots of hawks and things hovering this morning. Hands are a little bit low, but we were talking to a couple and
lovely peaceful spot. Just at the village. Just at the village. Very little breeze. Absolutely peaceful.
that's a sight for sore eyes. CRT man. They've got a workboat below the lock. It's obviously doing something up here. Oh. God, it's so clear. This is any sneaky windlasses in there.
Hounds are very low on the Aylesbury Arm. The CRT guys have just come down to let a bit more water through. But all of a sudden it's just gone very, very low. We are barely moving, scraping along the bottom, I'd say. And it's coming down towards Wilston, one of the Wilston locks. And it looks like there's something in the canal because Marianne is having to pull some leaves or branches or something out of the canal. See, I might have to pull in. To give her a hand. But it is very shallow here at the moment. Looks like we've got a bit of weed and reeds, and obviously whoever chopped it down just threw it straight in the canal.
That's what I was finding.
The locks, don't they?
Yeah, shall I see what happens when I push the gate back?
Well,
yeah, I got them all out of there with me twig. Might be just that little clump floating in the middle of the gate, and I need to. Yeah, I didn't want it going down in with the thingy paddle, so that's why I only partly opened it. Yeah, well, if I try and stand and hold it with the barge pole thing where you come in.
lock number 10, so we're halfway there, hopefully more than halfway there. Starting to see a couple of boats moored up now, so I'm thinking there must be some Armco about. Keep hearing some strange noises from over the hedge, some sort of bird noise. I won't be at all surprised if we come around the corner and there's peacocks or something. Strange. We're short of water in the last pound, and this one's overtopping. Look like some nice moorings between bridge 8 and lock, I think that's lock number 12. Decent Armco, good solar. Unusual one.
I know, I was just thinking Albert looks a bit snazzy at the front. You see, that must be a winding hole.
So,
just.
Well, we can turn this boat on.
Ridiculous.
Turn it back will be alright.
So we're now going to go into, hopefully find a spot in Aylesbury Basin. But we've got to go down and spin round if we can't. And
Coming back.
yeah.
Next year.
Whereas I think there's more inside the side here. Hi. You boat spotting? That's obviously a big lorry in for the show for tonight.
Has to unpack all the guineas for the
Aylesbury Waterside Theatre. And we're reliably told Ronnie Barker's over here. And
where he comes to life.
as you're walking around the centre of Aylesbury, you come to the arches in the Exchange. David Bowie first performed his iconic Hunky Dory and Ziggy Stardust albums at Friars Aylesbury in 71 and 72. To mark his important connection with the town, the first David Bowie statue in the world, Earthly Messenger, was created, paid for entirely by David Bowie fans worldwide. It was unveiled under the arches next to the Exchange in March 2018. A live video stream of the statue can be seen on www.earthlymessenger.net. Aylesbury is a town in central England. It has Georgian, Jacobean and Tudor buildings fill its old town, especially near 13th century St Mary's Church. Museums focus on local history and culture. The museum is home to Roald Dahl's Children's Gallery, with exhibits featuring characters from the author's books. Outside of the town, Waddenston Manor is a French-style chateau with period furniture and gardens. We highly recommend having a visit to Aylesbury. It had lots of surprises and we enjoyed our time here, especially as the basin is right in the centre of town by the theatre. As you walk around Aylesbury, you come to the Exchange, which is the square where all the eateries are. In the square, there are 3 large sculptures. They are called I Am. The 3 unique sculptures in the Exchange celebrate the creativity and strength of the human spirit in the face of challenge. They were inspired by the town's links with the Paralympic movement and by the local community groups who shared their feelings about the public space. Their words are woven throughout the space, including in the metal ribbons on the ground, 3 grills and cycle rack. The sculptures are called I Am Free, standing, I Am Free, horizontal pose, and I Am Free, crouching. They were truly beautiful and made this space look wonderful. If you're thinking of visiting Aylesbury by boat, do highly recommend Basin. You have a Waitrose immediately beside the moorings. Just slightly further up by the next lock, you have a Tesco's with a visitor mooring, and then a little further on by Circus Basin, you have a Lidl's. So everything on your doorstep. There's also a Sainsbury's right in the centre of town.
We're in the marina, and as you can see, there is a high security gate to keep the ruffians out. There is absolutely no way on earth that anyone is ever going to get through that without a key. Well, thankfully we have a key. I'm going to take you down to the hidden waste disposal point. For those of you that have never been here before, if you're in the marina on the wharf, then the waste disposal point is down the side of the university building, a little wooden shed without a roof. It's got recycling, or it's got mixed recycling, so you just separate your recycling up. It's got general waste in the corner, so at least they're trying, which is nice. To be fair, one thing to say about Aylesbury is I've not seen any rubbish.
No.
I didn't take a lot of notice yesterday, but it is maybe a lack of rubbish we should have noticed rather than, but yeah, it just seems clean. Very little dumped in the canal, actually, in the town. Area gets used quite a lot. See people coming down on the lunch breaks just to get a little bit of fresh air, a little bit of peace and quiet. On the pontoons, you got the moorings further up the canal as you come in, and you got moorings all the way down into the basin. There's cleats or rings, I should say, on this side. We're going to wander around the other side. Yeah, not sure if you can see, there are mooring rings tucked away in the grass all the way along, so if the pontoons are busy and you're not that bothered about the solar because the sun seems to disappear from here quite quickly, then there's mooring rings down this side. It seems fairly quiet. There's a road behind us, but
14 days here, a month.
Well, they are 14 days. It doesn't even say, so I assume that's all the time. There you are. Here's a bit of a surprise. Got to the service block, and we have a nice little ale stand, loo, baby changing room, a small library,
Big disabled toilet.
no showers.
Not in this side. I should imagine that there isn't any showers, but...
And all spotlessly clean. Well, there's certainly no shortage of taps down here. That's
Full.
well, there's 3 taps along this stretch, and there's another 2 taps on the pontoons. Yeah, nice little bridge. You've got a ramp there to make it easy access for wheelchairs and things like that. And then a nice big run of steps.
That's actually quite steep, really.
Well done, the council.
I suppose they're gradual steps, aren't they?
Marianne, just jump up and down a bit. Yeah, good strong bridge up. So that's it, that concludes the tour of the Aylesbury Basin. There we are, if you're thinking about getting a mooring down here.
And they've all got their own taps.
Taps, power, and if you get fed up you can go into the travel lodge.
Oh, okay.
Just seems funny having left the net curtains and everything in it. Oh yeah.
Can't. That's not good, is it?
I say it's such a shame it's sunk, and such a shame that nobody's pulled it out. No canal is complete without a shopping trolley.
So as we wrap up this video, you see Phil fishing not one but 2 trolleys out of the canal basin. We do put them to one side and go into Waitrose and tell them that they might want to come and reclaim their trolleys, but they didn't really seem interested. We've had a lovely time here, so do hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like icon and the bell, and leave a comment, and we'll catch you next time when we continue back up the Aylesbury Arm. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.